Good morning everyone. Today was just going to be a nice little hike, another local hike. Starting from the Rickos Forest, working my way round to the Hirrawain viewpoint and then over then to the Bulfa summit. As you can see, it's very low cloud, fog, and it's not going to be very visible at all. So I'm trying to rethink maybe doing something different, going a bit lower into the valley, because I'm not going to get very decent footage here, and I don't want to take the chance walking hour and a half to the viewpoints and not being able to see anything. So right, let's have a look and see what we can do. Welcome to Trek the Valleys. Okay, I just had to stop. I just passed the Rickos viewpoint on the way back, and this is it. No visibility whatsoever. Yeah, definitely time to make another plan. So I come back down into Aberdare, hoping to come up from the other side from the country park, but that's totally covered as well. So yeah, new plan. I'm going to do the Cynon Trail. So I'm starting off in Robertstown, and then I'm going to work my way up the old dram roads to Hirrawain. So let's see how this goes. Let's get a move on.
This is Trek the Valleys, a quiet corner of the net, where the boots are muddy, the kettle's warm, and the valleys are calling, yeah. I head out solo into the wild heart of Wales, trekking forgotten paths, camping under stars, soaking up peace you only find off grid, where silence heals a scar.
This part of railway line is no longer used. It was used heavily during the Tower Colliery, but since the closure, this line's not used as much. I think we just frightened off a crane then. We're just about to cross the old black bridge, old iron bridge. This was taken away and restored to its former glory. Built in the early 1800s, it once carried the old tram road across the river, part of the route that moved the iron from Hirwaun down into Aberdare. Hard to picture it now, with the valley so quiet, but this ironwork has been standing here for over 2 centuries. A small bridge holding a long memory. Right, we are coming through Trecynon now, after crossing the iron bridge, and we're going to make our way through to the tram road leading up to Penwain. Okay, let's go. Right, we're making our way up the tram road towards Penwain. This particular area here used to be the old chicken factory. I can't remember what the company used to be called, but it was there for years. But no, nothing left. Yes, this is the old chicken factory, and this is what's left. As you can see, this is just a wasteland now, overgrown by nature. This has been like this since probably I was 10, 11, I think. So a good 30 years ago. In fact, my mother used to work here. Yeah. It was a plucking mad job, apparently. There we are. It's my dad joke for the day. Right, let's make a move on. Let's get back onto the Cynon Trail.
I wander through ruins where history breathes. Miners, echoes, and myths of lakes. The wind carries whispers of battles and songs. Every summit a vow I take, brewing a cup by a mountain stream, battling Welsh weather with a grin, or sitting in silence with the hills around. I find the strength within.
Okay, so straight on towards Penwain. I think up this way takes you the back of Penwain. And this way then you can go cross over into Llwgoed, and you can join then where the church is. So we'll take a little look at the bridge, have a look at the river, and then we'll get back onto the Cynon Trail. So obviously this looks a more modern bridge, not like the others, sort of kept intact with the history of the ironworks. Bit clinical, this bridge is, isn't it? Also a bit wobbly. All right. Bit of fly tip in there, tiles. Oh, not good, is it? Right. Well, today didn't really go to plan. I had a nice hike, all planned out, through a forestry to the Hirowine summit. Nice view of the valley, beacons in the background, and then to the Bulford summit. So I've been up there multiple times, but I've never got to that trig point. So I thought, all right, let's try it from the Dare Valley side. So as I was driving down, it was looking, oh, is it a bit clear? Might be all right from this side. It's still a go. By the time I got into Aberdare, it was covered and it just weren't worth it. So, bit of improvisation. We do in the Cynon Trail. So, a bit of a twist on this. This walk I'd done when I was younger, when I used to live in the Penwine village. It was sort of a regular occurrence doing this dram road. So we're going to do this dram road and look at what's changed. It does seem completely different since when I was young. But yeah, let's have a go and let's see if anything's new or anything's the same. As I mentioned in my video when I was over Merthyr, that I see remnants of these viaducts all across the valley. This is one of them. This stretched all the way from Merthyr up into the top of the valleys. This is the Gamlin Viaduct, a Brunel-built wooden giant that once carried the Vale of Neath line across the valley. Nothing remains now. It was dismantled in the 1940s. So we've just come down by the river now, and as you can see, this is the remnants. So this is a slightly bigger structure, and where I'm standing now, and then as you can see then, more the foundation. So obviously the Kevin Coyd, and the Pont de Sar viaducts are completely intact. Obviously it's a little bit of damage on the Pont de Sar one, but I'm sure that'll be repaired. But yeah, these will never be restored, and they're just lost to history now. Right. Yeah, I'm not going to go down there. I'm going to make my way back up there. It looks very slippery, but yeah, I'll take my time. Let's get a move on. Nature eroding the land. Bit of a safety barrier here. So, this is the old black pipe. So as a kid, we would cross this to get over to the other side of the river. Some would be brave and walk, some would shimmy across, and then you would have to then climb over the spikes to get over to the other side. Yeah, very dangerous, but we just didn't care when we were younger. Yeah, it brings back memories. Looks a bit more difficult now. You can see the trees have grown over the pipe itself. It definitely wasn't like this. It was more open, easy access and easy to cross. Well, I say easy. Dicing with death, like. Right, okay. We're at the bottom of Pen Wine, so I'm going to take a little detour down here, down towards the river. It's just one of the areas I used to come when I was younger. We also used to cross this area to go over to the Crossbacher pub and to Pond Slick and all that, Pond Stick. The river level is quite high at the moment, so yeah, it's possibly you can cross there. I think that was the point, but this is normally easy to cross. Well, it was years ago. Now things have slightly changed. Yeah. For starters, the burnt out cars are not here anymore, so yeah, have a photo on top of a burnt out car, as you do. Right, come on. Enough babbling on. Let's get on. Let's get back onto the trail. Oh, look at this. Yeah, it's over the side of the bank and we can't see it. Out of sight, out of mind. Just dump it over the side. Oh, so glad to get out today. I thought the weather would be bad this weekend. But yeah, it's holding off. My plans are a bit messed up, but never mind. Life is all about improvising and adapting. So let's adapt and improvise. You just need to get out, just so you can clear your head. Forget about your worries. Absorb the nature. Yes, definitely absorb the nature. It's so healing. Right. This trail looks so different. I have done this earlier in the year where everything had regrown and it was quite an experience. It's just nice to sort of reminisce. Yeah, it's just nice to reminisce. Trying to work out where we are on the village. Alright, okay. Oh, still there from Halloween. God, they chuck anything away, I tell you, down here. Rubbish, you know. I think they were hoping that someone would eat that, some creatures, but they haven't. It's in a pool of mud. Can't be that tasty. I always say to myself, stay on the trail, Gav, stay on the trail. But I always go off the trail. But I do listen to the signs. Private property, keep out. Okay. I was planning to follow the river up instead of the Cynon Trail, but I'll go back. Never mind. Oh, let's have a little look down here then. So I'm just going to take a little detour down here, because this is sort of where we used to go to swim. This is where we used to come and pick holly as well. Do you remember when you used to sort of get a little log, small log, and then attach holly on it and spray it and stick things on there, and it would be a decoration then at Christmas. I think we all also were able to cross here as well to get over the other side. But yeah, all of this, don't think it was, it's hard to remember if it was this covered. I'm sure it was more open on the banks. We were always told, oh, don't swim in there, don't swim there. There's rats in the riverbanks, don't swim in there. Okay, we're leaving line side. So on the right is the old farm. If I can remember, I think it used to be Mrs. Williams's. I think she owned one of the shops as well in Penwine. I'm not quite sure. So long time ago. And then you could just about see then the Welsh school. So we're making our way now up towards Trenant. So this walk is definitely for reminiscing. It does follow my podcast, episode 6, the paths we once walked, and it's talking about this path and when I used to walk it years ago with my dad and my granddad. So if you haven't listened to it, get on YouTube now and listen to it. The 6 episodes. Come on, give me a thumbs up and a like. Right. I've been going off trail, so this has been taking a bit of time, so I need to pick up the pace. Right. As I say, let's make a move on. So this is the new Edge of the Valley Road, all complete. Obviously with drainage and everything. And this trail used to go underneath the old road, but now they've created a bridge to go across the top. These houses on the end, and a few houses up on the main road, they were going to compulsory purchase these houses so they could put the road through it. But the people protested, they got back in, and then they had to find a different route, which they'd done. And the current route looks fine. It's like it had already been planned. So those people who live in those houses, you know, who have lived in them for 30, 40 years maybe, get to stay in their family homes, which is great. They may offer more than market value, but sometimes, you know, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. Okay, just coming up to Hirwine or Herwin, whatever your preference is. So, nearly there. We'll have a little stop then, have a nice cup of tea, and obviously I got another protein bar. I think it's cranberry white chocolate this time. Yum. We were fussed on that chocolate orange last time. There we are. Just met the gentleman on the line walking the dog. He may subscribe, so that's great. We had a little chat, talking about the engineering work of the road, and obviously the compulsory purchasing of the houses. Yeah, he mentioned that some of the power lines would have had to be moved as well, which was a real big expense. So I think that, along with the protesting, made them change their minds and reroute the road. But as I said, it just seems natural. I think they just followed the previous road. So it's all good and it's all finished. So there we are. Welsh Hills Bakery. Right. And this is the tram road. Hirwine has a lot of history, especially when it comes to industry. When the industry went, it was like the Silicon Valley of South Wales then. Obviously Maggie closed everything, but there was investment then in electronics. So, you know, you had the likes of Hitachi, which was a massive employer for the valley. I done my apprenticeship there, and that's been long gone. So I never really, I finished my apprenticeship, they let me go, and then within 6 months the place had closed. So it's quite an experience for me, even being an apprentice. It was a lot of pressure put on me because there was a lot of redundancies, so they were short-staffed. So what I would like to do on another visit is to look at all the industry and the old factories and everything like that and see what they like now. The old Cardiff Arms, another pub that's closed, and the Clock Memorial. Mad. Right, we're making our way back to Aberdeen now. Back down the old Dram Road. It's been good on the weather. I can feel the rain coming in. Hopefully it'll hold off long enough for me to get back to the car. So my plan, just to find a nice area to have a sit down, have a cup of tea and a bite to eat. Okay, let's get on with it. Yeah, still bad up there. It's a shame. At least that's all planned for another time. Right, a little stop and a cup of tea. It's a bit wet, yeah. Right. Nice break now, cup of tea and something to eat. Right. So nice little hike considering the situation this morning. Made the best of it. So making my way back now. Good stuff. So yeah, been very interesting. Went off the beaten trail, you know, looking at some of the viaducts and stuff. Or what was left of them anyway. So all good stuff, local. Just had to come a bit further down because the road was quite noisy. So yeah, just going to make my way back now. So quite a short one today, but yet, you know, it's good. It's good to get out, even when the plans don't work out. Right, just about to make a move. Today's shout out goes to Clyde Baker. Follow him on Instagram. Some of his stuff is bonkers, to be honest. But some of the stuff he says is good advice. So if you could follow him, that would be great. So here's one for you, Clyde. Your problems are only temporary. I like your advice on that. Your problems are only temporary, they won't last forever. That's some good stuff, mate. Right, let's drink this and get a move on. Yeah, and don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, let's get going. Stop recording. Right, going back down the Cynon Trail, back through Penwine, through Cynon, and back to Robertstown to the car. Right. So as I mentioned, it's been a good hike today. You know, it's made the best of what we got. But it clears the head, doesn't it? That's the main thing. Know what I mean? You forget about everything else. The stresses, the worries, the pressure. leave all that behind. Just be one with nature. It makes a hell of a difference, just if you get out. So, if you've got time off during the Christmas period, get out for a walk. Work off those mince pies. Yes. Get some fresh air. Because you can enjoy yourself as long as you get out, get walking. You've got to walk before you can run, that's what I say. And walking is key for everything. Especially in the industry I work. It's all about movement. All about movement. That's how your venous system works. That's how your lymphatic system works. All stems from walking, movement, pushing that blood through. So if you can, get out. It's good for you, good for your health, especially good for your leg health.
Brewing a couple by a mountain stream, battling Welsh weather with a grin, or sitting in silence with the hills around. I find the strength within.
So, if you walked this trail or walked this trail years ago and have any suggestions, if I'm to come back here, go off route, find little areas that are long forgotten from your youth, put it in the comments. I can then arrange another trip, another trek, planning those routes on, which I can then record, and then you can see what these places look like today. So place your comments in the chat.
It's not polished, it's not perfect, but it's real and it's mine. One valley at a time, I stumble, learning slow in rhythm and rhyme. Through rain, through fog, through laughter, through dawn's first golden glow. The valleys teach resilience, and the hills remind me so. This is more than trekking, it's a pilgrimage of heart and land. A way to stitch myself into Wales with muddy boots and open hands. So come on a journey with me through storms, through stories, through time. The valleys are calling, the kettle is warm, and the sound is yours and mine.
Right, back of the car now. Another good hike. As I mentioned, considering the situation and the low cloud cover and fog on the hike I planned, this hasn't been too bad. So, if you like this video, give me a like please, and also subscribe. And again, any comments, please put them in. I'd be more than happy to answer them. So this will go out after Christmas now. So I hope you all had a very good Christmas and New Year. See you next year. Bye.